It is the start of day 2, and you would think, looking at Mercedes, that we were camping in Alaska. You know, I mean, she's just all, look at her. You know, she's just all bundled up. So how was your first night in a teepee?
It was really nice.
Pretty nice? It was comfortable?
Uh-huh.
The sleeping bag was warm?
Uh-huh.
Everything? Okay. So anyway, today our agenda is going to be, well, we're going to try to do a 5-mile hike. Mercedes said she never did a 5-mile hike, and we'll see. So we've got our little breakfast thing going here. You know, I picked up these freeze-dried breakfasts, and I've got a breakfast skillet with hash browns, scrambled eggs, pork sausage patty, peppers, and onions. So we're kind of new to this whole camping thing, you know. The table just seems like it's a bit of a mess. And had I known when I booked this teepee here at Ruby's, had I known that this was right on the road, you know, I probably would have foregone the teepee experience and opted maybe for a tent site a little bit further into the campground, because this is right on the road here. And it actually wasn't too bad. The traffic tends to die down right about the time that you're going to sleep, and then it does pick up somewhat earlier in the morning. A lot of people heading down to Bryce to get a start on the day's hikes. So we're about a mile from the entrance to Bryce National Park, and we're just going to kind of sit here and relax for a little while before we head down in and start our day's adventure into Bryce. So we'll bring you along. All right, so you can check Bryce Canyon off of our bucket list. Here we are in beautiful southern Utah, and we're about to go see one of the most beautiful spots on earth, and we're going to bring you along. Are you excited?
I am.
She looks excited, doesn't she? All the way from Cuba, no less, and coming to see Bryce Canyon. So I have a hiking book. It's a Falcon book for hiking Zion and Bryce Canyon. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to do what's called the Sheep's Creek hike today, and then tomorrow we're going to do the Rim hike. So we're going to go check out Bryce Canyon and bring you along. Let's go. Just inside the entrance to Bryce Park, of course, you would expect to find the visitor center. And as we're arriving here on September 11th, you can see the flag flying at half-mast in remembrance of those who lost their lives on that tragic day here in American history. And as I normally do when I come into a park, I'm just going to kind of give you the experience as if you were here yourself. So you have different signs here telling you, you know, the hiking trails and what you can do here and explore Bryce Canyon. There's 5 great things to experience. You can do sunrise, sunset, stargazing, ranger programs. Then they have the top six hikes in Bryce Canyon: Queen Garden, Mossy Cave, Rim Trail, Peekaboo Loop, Bristlecone Loop, etc. So let's go on inside the visitor center and kind of check that out. Here is I think that you would call this a topographical map of Bryce Canyon here. Give you an idea as to what it looks like. And we're going to be going right up into, I believe, this area here. You see the Queen's Garden Trail right there. There's the visitor center right up there. So that's going to be a wonderful day. Temperatures are probably going to be in the probably low to mid 80s. And it's going to be a fantastic day for a hike. Let's go on inside and check out the visitor center. Alright, so as one would also expect, you can see they've got all the different souvenirs that you can buy here inside the visitor center. Kind of walk you through the gift shop and give you an idea as to what you might pick up if you were here. I've actually always wanted to come to Bryce Canyon. It really is going to be a wonderful couple days here exploring these beautiful rock formations. We'll take you inside the I believe that they have got a theater over here. And then just over here they have exhibits that you can come and check out. You can adopt a prairie dog today. You can buy a little Bryce Canyon prairie dog. Look at this. Here's the exhibit. Bryce Canyon is at the top of the grand staircase. So here you have how the grand staircase was formed. Deposition, uplift and erosion. Erosion of the grand staircase. Bryce Canyon today. And I believe we're going to be walking through rock formations very similar to this, which is going to be really, really cool. Here you can see what type of wildlife you might see out there. Okay, so we'll pick out a trail and bring you along for a great day here in Bryce Park. Okay, so Mercedes, she's got all of her hiking gear. I don't know that she's ever hiked like that, but I got her a nice aluminum hiking stick. You like that?
I like it.
You do, huh? All right. You know how to hike?
I'm gonna learn today.
You're gonna learn, huh? All right, let's go. We're gonna go and we got to do a short hike over to the general store, and then we're gonna find our way to the tower hike. I think it's called the tower hike. You can see it's really pretty here today. I was wrong about the temperature. The high today expected to be 69 degrees. And there's a nice breeze and beautiful pine trees. So we're just gonna walk along and maybe we'll see some of this and we'll see some of that, you know, this and that. That's what Mercedes says, this and that. All right, so we'll go see some this and that, okay? All right, let's go. Mercedes is the good sport about the whole video thing. All right. Hike the Hoodoos, Tower Bridge. We found our way to the Tower Bridge Trail, and you can see the view is just spectacular. So it's 1.5 miles down and a mile and a half back up. And the sign here, it says walk 1.5 miles down this trail to find Tower Bridge benchmark. Look for the benchmark on a sign at the trail junction. This is part of the I Hike the Hoodoos Challenge, a way to stay healthy and have fun in your national park. So it says to meet the challenge, either find 3 benchmarks or hike 3 miles on trails that have benchmarks. Bring the rubbings of the benchmarks to the visitor center to receive a small reward. So look at that view. Really, really is quite a sight to behold. And as I do this here, Mercedes, you can start the hike. Go ahead. She's got her walking stick and her can of Diet Coke. She got a can of Diet Coke because she said she's going to need that for the hike. You know, so, well, actually, it's not Diet Coke. No, I have the Diet Coke. But she got the regular Coke. She got the full loaded stuff. You know, so here we go down the Tower Bridge hike in Bryce National Park. Are you liking this, Mercedes?
That's just beautiful.
It is, huh?
It's amazing.
Isn't that something? Just beautiful. Look at that. And yesterday we were flying all over this. Okay, let's go and do the hike. We stopped along the path down to show you this rock formation. All along you see these amazing rock structures, if you will. And you can only wonder, you know, how they got to that shape and how they stay in that shape. Look at that. That's something else. And the colors are just spectacular as you look across the horizon there. Beautiful, beautiful. Seemingly every corner that you turn, there is just another spectacular view to behold. Look at this. Really a good choice of hike. It was between this or the most popular in the park, and they told us that this would be less people. And we've seen some people hiking this, but they're actually few and far between. So it really is a sight to behold. What do you think of this, Mercedes? Huh?
It's just,
What do you think?
it's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous?
It's
Yeah?
gorgeous.
It's everything you hoped it would be?
Oh, it's more than that.
More than that. Okay. All right. So we're probably a good, well, I can imagine we're almost to the bottom on our mile and a half down. A little ways to go. But thought I'd stop and share this great view with you. And just around the next corner, look at this view. Really is something. I was hoping to actually get down into the canyon itself, and we've done just that. Look at that. And then there's Mercedes. Huh? Just hiking along. Look at this view. And that's something else. I've been to some pretty cool places over the years, and this is right up there with the best of them for sure. It really is something else. Will you look at that? Absolutely spectacular. Now, who could give a thumbs down to this video? I mean, come on, folks. You know, look at that scenery. Really, really is something else. Wow. That is way too cool. We're nearing the end of this hike, and the sign just up ahead, or just back just a bit, said Tower Bridge is just up ahead. So thought I'd share this view with you as we find our way down to Tower Bridge. Look at it. Really is. This is classified as a moderate hike, and it's been well, it's been relatively easy coming down. It'll be a little bit well, it'll probably be a little bit more moderate going up, I would imagine to say. So I'm not quite sure. I haven't seen the pictures of Tower Bridge, so I'm not quite sure what we're going to be seeing up ahead. But shouldn't be too much further, and we'll have a nice view of Tower Bridge, and maybe find a nice spot to sit and have a snack and rest before we find our way back up to the Rim Trail, which is another trail that I would like to do. So we weren't sure, I wasn't sure rather, how much time we should allocate to Bryce. We've got the better part of a week to do Bryce and North Rim of the Grand Canyon, South Rim of the Grand Canyon, and then Zion National Park. And there's 2 hikes in Zion that we want to do, which would be Angel's Landing, and then also we want to hike the Narrows. So we'll probably spend, well, we will spend all day today here in Bryce, and probably a good portion of tomorrow in Bryce as well. So this looks like a riverbed here that you can see, and turn back around over here and get a nice view up there as well. All right, let's go see if we can't find Tower Bridge. All right, as you can see, Tower Bridge, 200 yards, and there is one of the seals that you're supposed to scratch, and you get 3 of those. You get something back at the visitor center. So there you can see it says Bryce Canyon National Park, Tower Bridge. Elevation above sea level is about 7,200 feet. And there it says, I hike the hoodoos. So let's go see a Tower Bridge, which is just 200 yards up ahead. And there's Mercedes just resting. What a nice thing. What a nice hike this is, huh?
It is.
Okay. Keep going. There you go. She's got carrying the tripod for me. Okay. Let's go see Tower Bridge, all right?
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. I like walking behind her as opposed to in front of her. But no. If I walk ahead of her, I tend to have the tendency to walk too fast. And then I turn around and she's nowhere to be seen. But this way I can keep my eye on her. It's a real treat to be able to, share this with Mercedes. All right, there is your Tower Bridge right there. Look at that. That bit of rock, that bridge between the two towers right there. Quite a sight. And we made it to the end of the Tower Bridge hike, 1.5 miles down, and now we'll do our 1.5 miles back up. What do you think there, Mercedes? Huh?
It's a nice trail.
It's almost as pretty as you.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, thank you. All right, let's have some lunch, okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay, so you can see, Mercedes and I, we are real serious about our backpacking or our hiking. We've got the beef stroganoff with noodles, and I have this little device here that attaches right onto the top of a butane canister. So we're going to fire this baby up, and it's a simple, no match required. You just turn this little thing here a little bit, and then there is a little clicker, and there you go. You got a nice flame going. Let's put that right over the top. And we'll have beef stroganoff with noodles in no time at all. I can tell by the look at Mercedes' face that she's just amazed. She's just amazed at all my many talents, I can just come out and just, whip up a wonderful dinner like beef stroganoff with noodles on our hike, huh? I'm zooming in on you really close right now. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm zooming in really close. Okay. You're a big celebrity on my videos, you know that.
I know.
I think people just appreciate the fact that you put up with me. But anyway, okay, so we're gonna have our beef stroganoff with noodles here and enjoy a nice rest before hiking back up to the north, or to the rim trail, I should say. All right, as an afterthought, I thought, why not share this? This is what lunch looks like before you add the hot water. So this is beef stroganoff with noodles there, freeze-dried, and we had freeze-dried eggs with hash browns and sausage this morning, and actually tasted pretty good. 11 grams of protein, 2.5 servings, and you just add 2 cups of hot water and let it stand for about 8 or 9 minutes, and lunch will be served. All right, so how was that beef stroganoff? Was it good?
It was good.
I got to tell you that if you really want good beef stroganoff, you'd have to have my mom cook it for you. My mom used to cook beef stroganoff for us, and every time a kid had a birthday, you got to choose what you had for dinner. And I always chose, it was either a toss-up between beef stroganoff or tuna casserole, just depending on the mood that I was in any given year, Tuna casserole or beef stroganoff. But anyway, you ready to go back up?
I'm all ready.
All right, folks, so there's your hike. There's your hike to the Tower Bridge in Bryce Canyon National Park. All right, and here comes Mercedes, finishing the Tower Bridge hike at Bryce Canyon National Park. How was it, Mercedes?
Oh,
Would you recommend that hike to anybody thinking of coming to Bryce?
very highly. Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
It was good, huh?
It's really good.
All right, I'm glad you liked it. Let's go see some more of Bryce Canyon National Park, shall we?
Okay.
All right. If this isn't a great way to complete our visit to Bryce Canyon National Park, I don't know what is. This is Inspiration Point. And just look at that view. Absolutely incredible. We finished the hike down to the bridge hike, and we found our way taking a drive 18 miles to one end of the park and then coming back, stopping and seeing different sights. And this is definitely the most incredible sight that we've seen. Look at that. What a sight to behold. Wow. Just beautiful.